We suggest that if you are coming along tonight that you get in early, get yourselves set up. We've got the junior wool handlers here coming up. They're just getting themselves set up. And I think we should bring them to the side of the stage and then welcome them up.
You're just a call, junior wool handlers. We've got your T-shirts down here ready. So if you'd like to come and pick them up, junior wool handlers.
They're just getting themselves up, Rick, and then they'll come to the side. So Elanco is the sponsor of this, ladies and gentlemen, is a world leader in developing products and services that enhance animal health, wellness, and performance. Elanco products contribute to the production of a safe, affordable, and abundant supply of foods. Globally, Elanco operates from a global headquarters in America, Indianapolis, and employs 2,500 people in more than 40 countries. Elanco is a division of Eli Lilly and Co., a Fortune 500 global pharmaceutical corporation with a heritage more than 130 years strong. In New Zealand, Elanco has been operating since 1965. Its food animal products are used in dairy, sheep, beef, poultry, and the pig production, and are recommended and sold through selected veterinarians, merchant groups, and feed manufacturers. So, ladies and gentlemen, they are our sponsor, Elanco Animal Health, and our territory manager is Miss Karen McNamara. So if Miss Karen McNamara is here, we welcome you. We extend a warm welcome to you. Come on, girls, if you'd like to come to the sides. We still would like our shearers, Paddy and his boys. So you girls can make some noise for you. Could we have some names up on the boards? Thank you. Our wool handling judges get themselves organised. So, ladies and gentlemen, John McBride and I are the compares for this junior wool handling final. Just the board is up, the names are there. Wool handlers, the art of the wool handling is to get that fleece flat as a tack on that table. We're going to ask the shearers to step up in speed. The door will close, and that should be sufficient time for you to clear the board. The shearers are not to wait. If there's a fleece on the floor, they will come on out. So we're going to talk now a little bit to Karen. Karen is our sponsor here. We've got a little bit of time up our sleeves. And Karen, we'll come and sit by you. So we're not. So Karen, where are you from?
Martin.
So you're a local girl, and there's some Martin shearers doing well, aren't they?
They are. I saw some of them this morning and last night. They're having a good time and doing well.
Just look at this. This is a big company. Eli Lilly. What are they?
Eli Lilly, they're a pharmaceutical company based in America, and Elanco is a subsidiary of that company. And in New Zealand, we have products in the dairy industry and obviously in the sheep industry. So we do products for fly strike, lice. We provided the click here for the local shearers, so yeah.
We also work in the dairy industry, and I see you do some stuff for the dairy. Is that a big part of Elanco?
Yes, it is. We have Remensin, which is our trademark, and we do things like Remensin, the bloat bullets, the pre-mix that go into feed mills, things like that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Elanco representative, and she comes from a little town called Masterton, and there is some Masterton shearers. I believe we're just about ready to bring these wool handlers onto the stage, John. So, John McBride, we're just waiting on some sheep to come up into the pen. We've had an action-packed 2.5 days. We're now counting down to half a night and half a day left. Just give us a summarise on the highlights and the highs and the lows that you've seen from your perspective.
Well, it just probably the high is the number of competitors that have taken part in 2016. The fields right from the novice class through to the open have been well filled this year, which is promising for the future, and it's also a note of credit for the organising committee that they're running a good competition here, and people are happy to come back and compete. And the other part about it, I like the changing the guard a little bit with some of these young shearers coming through into these finals, and that's always impressive. That you're never safe in that zone. You need to keep your hammer down all the time, because there's always somebody chipping away at your heels to take that top spot.
Just going to the pinnacle, the ultimate pinnacle of the Golden Shears is the Golden Shears Open Shearing Champion. I spoke with Gavin much, and Gavin has been eliminated, but I tell you what, he was still in fine spirits.
Well, the true competitors, ladies and gentlemen, and they're great athletes, and just not every day there's something can go wrong. Just a wriggle of a sheep or something that can change the cut. You might get a pen that cuts a bit drier. It means harder in your gear. The sheep likes to get a bit agitated because the gear isn't flowing quite well. So you've got to take the good with the bad. When it's like any sport, you do have your off days. And Gavin, he's been around. He's won one, so it's a little bit more, not quite so much pressure on him nowadays. But he would have liked to have been here again in 2016 to defend his title. But hey, there's some young guns coming through.
I like Tamaneania. He was the 12th man in, but that guy is so flamboyant. What's your thoughts on Tamaneania?
I've watched him for a long time as a young fella, and he's got a very quick hand. His quality's good. He's sure on stand number 6 in the top 30 last night. He just did the business. His scores were impeccable along the top there, and if he can contain that form, he's certainly a hot shot chance.
There's a lot of permeating talk going on down here. David Buick has really come to the fore. I don't think he's ever beaten the top qualifier out of the quarterfinals, but David Buick is probably whited up his greatest hope in a long time, isn't he?
Yes, certainly. The last 2 or 3 years he's been right there. As I say, a couple of years ago he took the opportunity to go to a mate's wedding, and I think he was pretty hot that year, but he's firing pretty well. He qualified second place. I think it was a point between him and Rolly Smith at the top. Rolly didn't qualify so high out of the top 30, sorry, but David he's been up there and he's still hammering away, and I'm sure with some hometown support, he's more than capable of pulling it off.
The East Coast, they've got a hell of a lot of good shearers coming through now. Johnny Kirkpatrick, Dion King, all those guys have had wins. Are they on the pace?
Well, just looking at Johnny in that PGG Wrightson event, crikey, he was 3 minutes ahead of everybody else. He's shearing fantastic. They talk about coming back from injury, but to me, he showed no signs of that injury at all, and he just shore beautifully, and his points told us that at the end, and a 3 minute advantage. So that's 9 points. That's 9 points on the rest of the field with a 3 minute advantage.
Could you think that Johnny Kirkpatrick just wanted the pressure, the limelight taken off from him, and it's allowed him to relax and shear as best he can ever be?
Well, just thinking back, he didn't actually qualify that high in the top 30, but he's more than happy to come from the back. It's happened before, not so much in the open grades, but I know in the younger grades, or the seniors and intermediates, people have come through into that last spot and chipped it and got right to the top. So it is possible that you don't have to be at the top of the heap to make it to be the number one on the end of the night.
Let's go to our wool handling. This Joel Hennard is going to take some tipping over, isn't he?
Well, he showed plenty of form there just in the one of the early events today at the YFC event. His workmanship around the table, organisation skills for a young man. Well, he's not quite so young anymore, but he's learnt a lot from the masters of the past, and he's putting it to great use now, and he's holding everybody at bay, I'm sure, with a long stick just at the moment. Just appears to be a little bit ahead of everybody else in the game.
We're not going to be biased in any way, John, but do you think men are better wool handlers than women?
Oh, that's a big call.
Here we go.
Big call. Myself, I like woman wool handlers because they're a bit more chatty in the shed. You know, you can and have a bit of fun, and it certainly, they both sexes can multitask, and we have seen a lot of men come through. And in fact, if you go back to the original winner was a man in the wool handling, Patrick Shelford. So, yes, it is possible. Orty Mace is another one from the old brigade who's done the job. So, even yourself, you've had a go.
I have, and I've been a winner. But I do think that men multitask and women struggle with that anyway.
I'm certainly not going to join your argument, my friend. I'm going to stay down the middle of the track and stay on the fence.
Well, we got to warm you up. We got to warm. Look, they've come alive, John.
I find that I've picked the
men
safest
can multitask. Thank you, John. You've been very spiritual in our conversation. So we welcome Karen from the Elanco here to our Golden Shears Junior Wool Handling Finals, and we look forward to. We're just waiting for the thumbs up to let us know when those sheep are in the pens, and then we're going to go straight into the Wool Handling Finals. So our judges, ladies and gentlemen, are led by Jo Hopkirk. She's the chief referee as far as judges go. We're just waiting for the sheep to come into the pens. Wool handlers, we go, and there is some names up there. Look at these beautiful. They've got their names in lights. There was 60,000 people looked at the Golden Shears 2015. What a fantastic. And I believe with our new studio up there and the cameras, there's 12 cameras on the stage alone. There's cameras all around the room, and this is what we're sending out to the World Wide Web. But there's nothing like being in the stadium. Nothing like being in the stadium, Gerald.
No, there's nothing like aliveness. And we're going to have some lively stuff happening up here very soon. As we roll into a really exciting afternoon. In fact, she's been exciting since 7:30 on Thursday, it would have been. And here we are now, Saturday, and we're starting to roll in now. We've so-called thinned them out, but it doesn't take, no disrespect, but it only takes that small little glitch to put you outside the cut. So these are the ones that had a good wool handling session, and of course have had some good luck on their side as well. We're sort of getting a bit of a nod there from Coro. Big afternoon ahead of us, a lot of finals in the wool handling, and also some junior finals and some big semis as well. We're going to keep them honest here, Coro, in the Elanco World Junior Wool Handling. We're going to throw, or they're actually going to throw 4 long wooled fleeces. Tuma's dotted about here, is he? Here he is. How's my man?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good, Barack.
Elanco are the sponsors. Thank you to Karen and their team. Should we bring our wool handlers up, shall we? We still got the green light down the bottom.
As I was saying, you want to fire ahead there? Tumi?
Okay, we sure will. On table number 4, ladies and gentlemen, give her a big hand from Pahiatua, Samantha Jo Tippany.
Down on the front table, Kiriana Brown from Martinborough, ladies and gentlemen, final time. Welcome and good luck, Kiriana.
On table number 3, from up the coast, Gisborne, Naya Kiri Kiri. Get up here, Naya.
And in the middle, from Masterton, Bianca Hawea. Where are you, Bianca?
Get up there, Bianca. You've done very, very well. As have all these other competitors. Turn around, wool handlers. Give the crowd a bit of a look. We want to see your pretty face and your lovely smile. We've got the internet that's streaming worldwide at the moment. www.goldenshears.co.nz is the link for it. If you've got any whānau that can't be here, tell them to get on the internet. If they need to, go to McDonald's, use the free Wi-Fi, and watch you guys competing in this final.
According to all the officials and everything, we are throwing four wool fleeces at these juniors. Tuma.
Ooh, there's 4 too many.
Wow, look, did you see how they responded when we gave them 3 earlier on and got the shearers motivated at the same time? They responded tremendously.
Okay, can we have our shearers to the board, please? We've got the green light, ladies and gentlemen. We are good to go. Timekeeper. Shearers, get set, go.
Right, we're underway. Elanco sponsored event.
Is ready.
Nice and easy. This is the peace before the storm. Right now. Or the calm before the storm. They have the great privilege of just having the floors clean, the tables are clean, they're under the bright lights. Don't be frightened to show a whole lot of support. We've just got a good cozy crowd in here. Let's make a bit of a racket. We want to bring the very best out in them. They've had a good wool handling session. They've had some luck on their side to get here. Let's encourage it. Let's send them some good positive vibes and assist them through here. In the meantime, they can just spend a bit of time at the board, of course. Tuma, you know, making sure they get those eye wigs out of that wool before it can contaminate the main line. And they've still got these 9 baskets as normal to be sorted into. And once again, folks, if you just arrived, a very warm welcome to you to the Golden Shears on behalf of Philip Morrison and the committee here. But this is a real deal. This is how it rolls in a normal shearing shed in the New Zealand terrain. What are you thinking, Tuna?
I'm just looking up at the board here, and you can text in from if you're out there in the world and can't be here. You can text in and support your favourite wool handler. It does come up there. Well, to all my whānau working at Goldies, miss yous, having fun, love you heaps. Here we go. Naya turns, lovely throw on table number 3. Lovely throw down here by Samantha Tiffany. Little bit overhanging. How are we looking down there, Gerald?
Bianca's done a good job there. She's got a little bit of bunching at the top up here on table 2, but not too bad. Kiriana Brown, she's working her way around, a little bit of head wool in there. She's going to get that out. She does the job as I speak. Oh, now it's razzle-dazzle time. 4 of these fleeces. Girls, stay on your toes. Get springs in your feet. Kiriana Brown makes her way back to the shearer. She's been watching those open wool handlers as she does that back load. Throws the fleece on the journey home. It's the short wool arriving now on the board, Tuma.
It certainly is. That's all that can be. There's only a certain amount of wools that can be skirted on the board, and that is the top knot wool. That's the wool around the head and the cheeks. That can be skirted at the board. We've got some short wool and we've got some sock wool around the crutch, and we've got the belly. So they are the only bits of wool that are allowed to be skirted at the board. Oh, sorry. Also, if there's any black wool. If the shearer yells out black wool, that wool handler's got to stop everything, get back to that shearer and make sure they pull it out, because that's one of the worst faults that there is. Not a lot of black wool that we've had here over the weekend. I've seen a few little bits, but not too many. Here we go. Nice, tight, compact roll, Bianca Howard. Come on, my girl. You need to push it because these shearers are about to drop the second shear. Come on, wool handlers. Well done, shearers. You're doing a good job. Get back up there, Naya, on table 3. Beautiful throw. Samantha turns and throws. Lovely throw down here on table 4. Table number 1. Kiriana Brown. She looks like not too bad. A little bit overhanging, a little bit bunched. Bianca Hawe. Well done. She's under a little bit of pressure, but that's what we want, ladies and gentlemen. We want these wool handlers under pressure. at the end of it, we want to see them sweating and gasping for air, because that's how it rolls in a typical wool shed situation. And here we go, the wool handlers running back to their shearers. They need to take that fribble out of their belly, Gerald.
They've got to make sure that's sorted all right. The belly's got to be sorted. Then the short wool round the tail, the fertiliser works as it sometimes is called. That has to be sorted too. And sometimes you'll see them, fiddling around with getting the longer bits out there too. The main aim is to produce as many high-priced lines as possible. But right at the moment, they're under watchful eye of the judges, under the bright lights, and they've got a table with a fleece sitting on it. And the shearer is just saying, you better get working, darling. I'm not taking the pedal off the metal. You better start getting some peripheral vision going. You better start bouncing around there. It's final time at the Golden Shears. I've mentioned it once. We've got those trophies locked away. We're not just going to give them out. You have to perform at the highest you possibly can. Right, it's roll time down here for Kiriana Brown. Has she got any friends in the audience? It was a good roll, and she gives the table a big thump. She is starting up a rock concert, ladies and gentlemen. Bianca's making her way back. Go, Bianca! She rushes back there. The shearer
Lovely
carries
throw on table number
go.
3. This young girl from Gisborne. Ooh, lovely on 1. Samantha Tiffany on table number 4. These wool handlers, Gerald, are rising to the occasion.
Ah, definitely are. All right, look at this. It's sensational stuff. We've really got them honest here. One left sitting on the board here now, and they can leave that sitting for a minute. They know they've got that little, what do you want to call it, a wee bonus up their sleeve, as if to say. Throwing the fleece over that journey on the way home. Bianca, she is getting stretched, darling. Keep up with it. Take some corners if you have to. Play the judges. No time for that, Gerald. I've been trained well. You've got to do the job right. I've just got to do it at speed, and that's what I'm going to do. The top knot comes off. She catches it on the way down. She is a local girl, isn't she, folks? Yeah, come on, Bianca. Give it everything you got. Brown comes back to the table. Down the bottom end there. Tuma, what's happening? Table 4 and table 3.
Oh, just young girl Samantha Tiffany on table number 4. She got a little bit of wool, then she put it underneath the basket. I'm not sure if it's a bit of skin, maybe a bit of stain or a bit of rattle. But here we go. We got the 4th fleece coming off the board at the moment, and our wool handler on table number 3. She's been there, done that. We got young Kiriana Brown. Her fleece is off the table. Samantha down here, she puts her fleece into the fadge. Bianca, she's been chasing a little bit, Gerald.
She's chasing, and I tell you what, her partner at the moment went for a bit of a tidy up. She's got a wee bit of time up her sleeve. Kiriana's in the zone. Did you see that? She went for a bit of a tidy up. Sure, she's going to have to cover that ground again. Ladies and gentlemen, she's thrown a little beautiful. Naya's thrown a good one too. And Bianca, are you happy with that, audience? Oh, yeah. It's all go. Now it's razzle-dazzle time. We've got to get this fleece organised to a very, very high standard. Then we're going to hit the brooms, Tuma, aren't we? And there's going to be a sweep. It's going to cool you down. The air that's going to come off those brooms is going to swish your hair back, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to make those brooms talk, Tuma.
47 seconds gone by so far, and these wool handlers have got 1 minute and 30 seconds. Then it's 1 point per second. Look at this Bianca on table number 2. She's been struggling to keep up. She's the first one with broom in hand. Come on, you local people, get in behind Bianca. Ooh, the tables are flying here. Samantha Tiffany on table 4. Broom in hand. This Naya Kiri, she's had all the best throws so far. Is she going to be able to maintain that quality? Bianca's running around. She doesn't know whether she's here, there, or everywhere. Come on, girl, get a bit of routine, get a bit of rhythm. Who's going to be the first? Come on, support your wool handlers, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Hey, we got Kiriana Brown. Naya Kiri from Gisborne on table number 3. She looks at the table. Lovely big smile on her face. She's had the time of her life.
Bianca's wrapped up. She's smiling too, even though she's still down on her haunches. Oh, super stuff. I tell you what, they have responded really well to the challenge we've thrown at them. 4 fleeces at a very good steady speed, Tuba.
Yes, I'm just going to go and have a talk to Bianca. She is the local girl. Come over here, Bianca. I know how you love the limelight. Don't you run away. Well done, Bianca. I'm proud of you for making the final. You came and did a bit of a training day with us the other day with Wool Systems and Primary OTO. Tell me how you're feeling at the moment. She was pretty tough up there.
Very thirsty.
Very thirsty. H2O?
No, not water.
Not water. So how are you feeling after that? You know, those shearers, were they a bit quick, or was it just, were those fleeces a little bit big? How did you feel?
Those fleeces were big though. No, hard to handle.
You did a pretty good job though. You got all the wool on there. Ladies and gentlemen, Bianca, she's a little bit out of breath. We'll let her catch her breath. Well done to her. She's a local girl. Made it through to the final. I think there was about 40-odd junior wool handlers. So a big congratulations to those girls.
Good one, Tomo. Thank you, fellas. We'll move on to our senior wool handling final. And we'll have those competitors on the board very shortly. Just in the meantime, could I please have junior shearing finalists up here, and we'll do a draw for you, please. Junior shearing finalists. And we'll get you up here, get a singlet, and do a draw. So that's Connor Puha, Sam Davison, Brandon Maguire, Ratama, Reese Douglas, Gwynon Davies, Cody Gregg. Up here now, fellas, please. We'll get a draw done for the junior final.